I want to ask you two questions. What will it do for LeBron James's legacy for him if he gets this fourth ring? And conversely, if for some reason they don't win the championship, what will each scenario do for his legacy?
If he wins it, obviously there's a segment of the population that believes that LeBron James is already the greatest player of all time. And then there is a small percentage of people who are on the fence who will say, wow, he did it with 3 separate franchises, 3 separate finals MVPs, and like he's been doing it for 17 years, the most all NBA teams.
But most people have Jordan.
Correct.
Right.
But losing it, so I don't think it's going to have a huge impact on his legacy for the majority of the people because most people's mind is already.
You don't think winning it moves him ahead of Jordan in most people's minds.
And most people know, but in mine, I think that it definitely puts I'm like, oof. I really got to rethink this thing.
Woof ain't a category. Would he be ahead of LeBron? Would he be ahead of Jordan or not?
Yes. I would have to put him ahead of Jordan because and I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan. And to be completely frank about this, I was a anti-LeBron guy initially because I was a Kobe fan. And remember when Kobe was the best player in the NBA and LeBron comes in, you had to choose. You were either on Team LeBron or you were on Team Kobe. I chose up. I was with Team Kobe.
Well, maybe in LA.
Correct. Yeah. I
didn't choose. I think LeBron's better, but
yeah.
I gave love to Kobe.
But you had to choose up, and when you do that, it puts you in a position to not appreciate him. And he also was young. I thought he shied away from the moment sometimes. But then now when I see his total body of work, a guy who grew up in front of us, he's exceeded the expectations that he came in with. The dude has been absolutely phenomenal. And look at where he came from and all the obstacles that he's gone through. 9 finals. Granted, some of them 8 of them were in the East. I'm sorry, 9 of them were in the East. He would have 10 finals, 4 championships. Like, that's something that's unprecedented. And then you look at the level of greatness. Like in Jordan's 17, if Jordan had played 17 years, he would have been nowhere near as good as LeBron has been for 17 years because
you don't know that.
What are you talking about? Did you see the Wizards years? Michael
was
Jordan
39
as great as,
and 40 years old, George.
It doesn't matter.
He matter.
I said 17 years. I didn't say 8.
LeBron
at 17
entered the
years.
league at 17. All right, so that's the difference right there.
Correct.
Secondly, if Jordan had not retired and played baseball, he plays that year and a half. That he wouldn't have been a scrub in that year and a half.
No,
he might have had 8 straight championships for all we know.
I said in year 17. LeBron James.
Just because LeBron's better in year 17, though, doesn't mean he's better. Hank Aaron is not viewed as the best baseball player of all time, but in terms of longevity, who can match him?
The difference is
longevity is not the only answer. I mean, it's a contributor.
LeBron has been the best player. Hold up. Would you agree that LeBron James has been the best player? There are some similarities to Jordan in the fact that he's been the best player in the league for the better part of his career. That's the first thing. And the second thing is I look at this as not just because I'm a total person kind of guy. And I appreciate this.
Well, we talking basketball.
I know.
We talking basketball.
Hold on.
We ain't getting into social stuff.
I'm not even talking about social. I'm just talking about that Michael Jordan set the standard and showed people how to not only be a great basketball player, and then have a family and then do things in business, right?
Okay.
And then Kobe came and took all of those things to the next level. And in terms of being better in the other 2 categories aside from just playing ball. I would say that he's been
He
more
wasn't a better brand endorser or anything like that than Jordan.
No. He wasn't a better brand endorser. He was a really good brand endorser, but
he wasn't
also,
as good as Jordan.
hold on, but Kobe was very successful in other business entities.
That's post-career though.
No, even during his career, he was involved in things.
But it wasn't okay. That's fine. I mean, Jordan was fine
I'm saying
too.
he took it up to the next.
Jordan
No, hold on.
Sneakers.
He
and
took
he
it up
owns
to
an NBA team. So
he took it up to the next level outside of just ball.
That's irrelevant in this conversation.
And LeBron has taken everything up to the next level, including the basketball. He has more records. Even though that I love Michael Jordan.
We're gonna keep going.
I love Michael Jordan.
We gotta throw it out to the callers at this point. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Your turn to weigh in on this. You don't have to focus on Jordan, but obviously that's in many people's minds, including mine, and Jordan's the only one ahead of LeBron historically. But we want to ask you, what will winning or losing, or really what will winning and losing this championship do for LeBron James' legacy in your eye?
Mark in Sacramento, welcome to the Odd Couple.
What's going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing today?
What's up, Mark? You see, I got a talkative one here. You know what I'm saying? He's feisty,
I'm enjoying it.
I'm smacking him down, but he keep getting up. I give him. He got heart.
You're getting heart on today.
Hey guys, this is the way I look at it. Just put it in the proper perspective, and I put it in a different context for LeBron. If he loses, it's going to give that cowboy-loving, Brady butt-kissing, LeBron-hating dude in the morning more fire.
You're right about that.
Stick going.
You are right about that.
Stick going. That's what it's going to do if he loses. It's just going to fuel that dude. But if he wins, this is how I see it. Because of the circumstances and the spirit of Kobe Bryant dying, because of COVID-19, and it disrupted this entire country, because of the civil unrest, which LeBron has now become a voice in trying to help through, this will be the hardest thing I've seen anybody go through and try to win a championship. I think it would elevate him because that social stuff will tie
Jordan?
I don't
because that's the only
know.
one. That's the only obstacle left, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, but I'm going to separate it because we talk about Ali and the reason why he's so great because of social stuff attached to him. We talk about Jackie Robinson, the reason why he's so great because of social stuff attached to him. I think what LeBron has done this year in this time will attach to what he's done in the sports world, and you won't be able to separate it. And when we look back 10 years from now, I think the best thing that he's going to do is ahead of him if he continues this pace and keeps speaking. It's going to attach to his sports, in other words. So okay. I think his legacy will be way out there. Now, I don't know about him and Jordan. I don't like getting into that because this is different because there's something else tied to LeBron that Jordan never ventured into. And I just want to leave it at that.
All right. Good call, Mark.
That is a great take, dude. That is a great take comparing
I actually think, George, that,
Ali.
and I don't know that LeBron would do this or even wants to. I mean, I've been told at this point he doesn't want to. I think he could be president. You know,
could,
10, 15, 20 years down the line. I don't know that he wants to, but I think he could.
Yeah. Mitch in Wisconsin, welcome to the Odd Couple.
Hey, guys.
What's
Chris,
up, Mitch?
I got a little bone to pick with you. You said a month ago that if Kawhi Leonard wins his third championship with his third different team, he'd be the best player above LeBron and Jordan.
No. Hold, stop.
I was about to say, you better not have said that, Chris.
Mitch, there is no way on God's green earth that those words ever left my mouth. Keep Mitch on. I want him to get his thought. But I never even thought that, let alone said it. In fact, I went on Colin Cowherd twice, and Colin said 2 separate occasions that if Kawhi won, he was saying when Kawhi won this year, he would be the 5th best player all time. I said Colin was crazy. I said if Kawhi had won it this year, he's right there with Kevin Durant in that 15 to 20 range. No way I ever would have said he's better than LeBron and Jordan. No way. Is Mitch there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
But
You
now,
might have, I don't know who that was, but it wasn't me.
But now, if LeBron does win, for the circumstances that Lakers went through last year to this year, I think it would elevate him to, no questions asked, the best player. But if he loses, I think it would diminish his status as the all-time great due to the fact of they had such high aspirations by adding AD into there, and no one questioned that the Lakers, the odds-on favorite after being the worst team in the league the year before. They were the odds-on from Vegas favorites the second AD came in.
Well, here's what I'd say, and your point, you said if LeBron wins it, let's deal with that first, that he'll definitely be ahead of Jordan and be the best ever. Because of, you kind of tied it to last year, like going from non-playoff team to, the best team in the league. Here's the thing, and a lot of people do this, George and Mitch. A lot of people act like it's essentially the same team. Or it's just, it's LeBron and a few different players. It's Anthony Davis. So I don't want to hear the LeBron built this team from being a non-playoff team to the best team in the league. That means he's the GOAT. Well, we're leaving out a big part, which is Anthony Davis. It wasn't like LeBron turned Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and the rest of the guys he had last year into a champion. They added a top 5 player. So I give LeBron credit. It's been a great season, and I'll give him all the love in the world if they win it. But I'm just saying, let's not forget that he added Anthony Davis, a guy that led them in every single category except assist. So that's all I'm saying.